Good evening, gentle listener, and welcome to Distractible. This episode, Wangling Wade promotes office orgies, dominates his dude, and has a canny time answering cunning questions. Managerial Mark likes to learn, designs decks, and sleuths like a star. Blown up Bob states that offices suck, has schnancy new stuff, and his queries answers drive him crackers. From movie meetups to nature's abhorrence. Yes, it's time for 20 more questions, at least. Now sit back and prepare to be distracted and enjoy the show.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Distractible. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Wade, and joined as always by my co-hosts, Mark and Bob. Hi guys, how are you?
Hello.
Hi.
How you feeling, Mark? You good?
He has not left the tub since the last episode.
I've not left the tub.
He's just been there pondering, wondering what if.
Bad things happened.
No, everything's good. Why wouldn't anything be good? Wow, that's really different when my nose is brushed up against it. Does most of the sound come through the nose?
You sound very nosy.
Nosy. Not nosy. Nosy. Not nosy. Nosy.
Apparently a lot of your deepness comes out of your nostrils.
What about this? Can you hear this?
That's kind of like rumbly. Rumbly in a way I'm not a huge fan of, if I'm completely honest.
So how are you guys?
Oh! I don't know what that was.
Oh!
As much as I like us devolving into madness in the intro, I feel like I've got to try to get us on par somewhat today.
I'm fine. I had a whole game ready. I was so ready to win. I was so ready. I'm taking over. Can I take over the episode?
No.
Hey!
No, I've got too much of a good idea. I've got an original idea and I want to get to it today.
All
I want to
right.
make sure we actually get to my topic for once.
Small talk.
Yeah, quick small talk. And I will cut you off if it's going off too long.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm being mean today.
So much has happened since the last recording.
Yeah, tell us, Mark, what's happened?
You know me, I always hold my small talk till the next episode so I can really, really unleash.
Oh yeah, what you got, dude? Tell us.
Well, I mean, there's something small talk. My whole editing gang is here. We're all working together for the first time in a while. Like, well, not the first time. We worked for a week, kind of learning VFX a little bit, with Burning Tractor and Co. But now we're on our own, working together in an Airbnb, and we've turned the living room into an office, and it's really nice. I haven't had this since way back when, in what people might know as the Team Applier days.
Which was a while ago.
It was quite a while ago, and like working in that environment was good. But it was just something where I wanted to shift what I was doing from that. Now it's come full circle and I'm back doing it again. And it's very nice because I've learned a lot in terms of skill building and actually like able to do certain things. And so have a lot of the team. And we're all working together and it's just such a nice environment. I know that a lot of people out there are like, they want to work from home. And predominantly that's what I've done all my life. And that's what a lot of people who are in the sphere do. They work from home. But there is something really nice about being in the same space working. I'm not saying we all gotta get back into the office. We gotta go fill those office buildings downtown, sit in traffic. That's not what it's about. But as a temporary thing for short-term crunch time, not crunch time.
No, it's crunch time. I mean,
It is.
It's not like that, but this is the end, right?
We're all like in for it. You know, no one's forced to do this. It's actually fun and engaging. It's tough, but it's the kind of tough that I like, where it's challenging. You're being pushed and you're having to adapt quickly, learn quickly, make mistakes, but it's actually quite fun.
What if you introduce like reality cameras watching you guys do this, and then sex, drugs, and alcohol, and you have like The Office meets Jersey Shore for a new idea of content?
And then right before everyone's about to leave, you say the last person alive wins $1 million and then see what happens.
Oh man, yeah, Survivor meets The Office meets Jersey Shore.
Dude, you legitimately sound like that producer that I've told you about that walked in when we were doing that game dev thing that blew up into everything that spiraled out of it. The game dev show, the producer who came in and was like, this could be a TV show, and then started getting people to fight each other and creating drama and was like really lashing out at people. And I was talking in the back to the other game developers about game development, and then he was like, who's talking when I'm talking? I'm like, me. He's like, shut your fucking mouth. I'm like, what? Fuck you. Yeah, those people exist.
So you're saying it sounds super fun.
Yeah, very fun.
I'm saying if a real producer thinks thinks it's a good idea and I said it, I must be a real producer.
He was a real producer.
I think you are a real producer, Wade. You're the realist.
Thank you. You know what, Bob? Compliment point. I'll take it.
That does sound fun, though. I definitely don't think I would ever want to like go into an office 5 days a week. Not that I've done that in quite a while, but I did have a job and I had to do 5 days a week in an office, and like kind of sucks. But getting the team together for like special, hard work sessions, it sounds fun. I'm sure it's not the same, but it reminds me of the tour in a lot of ways. For my experience, like the tour was a lot, and it would be even harder now because we have a kid and like our lives are busy and whatever. But there was something about that was very fun, that we were all just on the bus and doing the stuff. Like it's hard to capture that working completely remotely with people and just like talking on Discord or whatever. It's not the same.
Yeah, it was. It is fun. I don't think I could do it all the time because I am a solitary person and I like to work alone. But even an introvert like me, getting around people, especially when it's for something we're all passionate about, or I'd like to think we're all passionate about. They could secretly not be passionate about it, but I think they're passionate about it. And then just like seeing the progress and learning. It's like I always encourage people out there. It's like, oh, you always got to be learning. You got to be learning new skills. It's not too late to start learning anything. I'm getting into Blender now, and boy, howdy, is it frustrating to even navigate in Blender.
If you send me a smoothie right now, dude, I'll give you 10 points.
Make me a green monster with a mind booster.
I don't think I can. I don't know your new address.
You say Blender, I think like a nice Caribbean smoothie.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I mean, I can't exactly go like, this guy doesn't know about the software Blender because, a lot of people use it, but I totally get you would know a regular Blender more.
It's like an orgy hookup app, right?
I'm sorry? If that's your predominant knowledge of it, I'm not going to judge, but, whatever.
You could.
So Mark's going to send us smoothies. And what else were we talking about?
Your small talk, Bob. What's new in your life?
Oh, you're right, Mark. It's never too late to keep learning. And I have been learning things about car stuff. That's right. It's time for another car update.
Yippee!
I already shared this. This is actually not breaking news to anyone who's on the subreddit, but I recently I've owned these wheels and tires for quite a while, but recently finally got my summer tires mounted on my fancy whatever, my fancy gold wheels, baby.
Ooh,
summer tires. That sounds so fancy.
They're not really that nice. They're the tires that come on the car, but you're not supposed to use them if it's under 40 degrees because the rubber is of a kind that gets very hard and kind of slippery when it gets too cold. So I have a set of like winter season tires that's for snow. It's like grippy treads and stuff. But these are my new wheels.
Whoa, gold
wheels with my blue car looking snazzy. I did not put the tires onto the wheels, and but I did put the wheels on myself. I have a little jack in my garage, and I jacked up all four corners. I also learned I have tire pressure monitor sensors in my wheels. You know how most modern cars you have that, right? It'll tell you what PSI your wheels are in case they get low. I didn't want to take them out of my old wheels and put them on the new one, so I wanted to have a set in both. And I didn't know until they were all on the car already that you're supposed to calibrate those and set them up before the tires are inflated. Once they're inflated, apparently you can't do that. So I have to now jack up all the four corners of my car again, fully deflate my tires, set those up one at a time, then fully reinflate my tires, which is not like a huge problem, but it's just one of those tasks where it's like, it's going to take a while. I'm just going to be sitting on the floor of my garage, with the air compressor in the background, just and I'm like, all right. So it's kind of boring and annoying, but I'm learning.
I was going to say you could get a Ryobi tire inflator.
I have a Ryobi tire inflator. That's what I'm going to be using.
This episode of Distractible is probably not brought to you by Ryobi, but it could be.
I wish, man. I wish. It's almost Ryobi days again. Can you imagine?
I use my Ryobi impact driver to put the wheels on. I've got my Ryobi shop vac to clean up the inside of my car.
Oh my God, they got new cabinets.
It's going to be really awkward if we're brought to you by a competitor.
They got a mobile workstation speed bench.
Have you seen the mobile workstation? That wasn't available for sale the last time I looked, but it looks awesome, doesn't it?
Oh, it's still coming soon, but that's awesome.
Yeah, it's like a dolly, but it's got a big wooden work surface and it'll fold up to like a table, but so you could dolly things around.
If you fold it down like a dolly, it's a dolly, and then you carry all your tools, you set it right up
Yeah.
Oh, are we old?
Maybe. I have a kid. I'm a dad. These are dad activities. I don't know what your excuse is.
I was all about this even back when I was in high school building decks outside. I love power tools.
That's true. You were a construction man.
Yeah, this is great. This is amazing.
Hey, speaking of decks, Mark, the stairs on our back deck are very unsafe. Do you know enough to help me build some new deck stairs?
Yeah, as long as the posts are good. Are the posts good?
All it is the stringers are like rotted, and then it's like the stairs are collapsing in the middle because they're just built real shitty.
Yeah, you shouldn't walk on those. Yeah,
the deck itself is like in great shape. It's like they added crappy stairs onto a perfectly normal deck. I don't know what happened.
How many stairs are we talking? 3
stairs. It's like a deck that's like 3 feet off the ground, and it's just like 3 steps down to the ground level.
That's super easy. That's super easy.
Okay. We'll do that later.
All right, we'll do that later. Yeah.
Can I come hang out while Mark fixes your stairs?
Well, I assume I was just gonna ask him some questions and just send me like maybe a drawing or something. But if you're coming out here, you could help. But I know you're busy.
I would do it. I would love to. That'd be fun.
We could do that. We could do a whole episode. Wade, you could sit in the hot tub. The hot tub's almost done. You hang out in the hot tub. Mark and I will do the real work.
Can I get a boat floaty to sit on in the hot tub?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, I was thinking we could, if we do the hot tub episode idea, but we put a boat in the hot tub. Is that our biannual boat episode? Does that count?
I mean, hot tubs are pretty fun. I wouldn't argue that.
We got to level up with each boat episode. It'll get more extravagant every time.
We can't lead off with the private yacht rental. That's for later.
Did our 10-year anniversary, do we each get a yacht? Thanks, Mark.
3 of us on 3 separate boats doing this over the...
Why am I buying you a yacht?
Because I just asked you to. You're fixing his stairs. It's pretty much on par.
Because I said it out loud.
You'll fix Bob's stairs, but you won't buy me a yacht? Biased? Friendship?
You know what? We will build you a yacht together.
Ooh.
We will work together and we will build you that yacht.
Hang on, I've got some questions.
I bet you guys could build a yacht that would definitely float at least a little.
I've never built a boat in my life, but hey, it's wood, right?
If you put enough epoxy on anything, it'll float.
We got to look up yacht instructions. Maybe there's like a IKEA for yachts.
That sounds right.
You could probably just buy a Malm dresser and then waterproof it. Probably float.
Malm
or a Fjord.
Yeah, it'd probably float. I want an IKEA boat. That sounds great. I want this mobile workstation. Oh my God.
No, doesn't it look sick though? I don't even need that, but I just saw that and I was like, that's a combination of so much cool stuff.
All right. Workstation. We got episode ideas. We got some small talk in. I think it's time to jump into our episode before we go too deep into Ryobi.
Ryobi, if you send me a mobile workstation, you can sponsor every loser speech I do for the rest of the year. What's your totally original idea, Wade?
All right. So today I am going to think of something, and I want you guys to work separately to figure out the couple different somethings I'm thinking of. And you can ask me questions, maybe 20 of them, to try to get to that answer.
Man, something about this smells super familiar.
Maybe it's 20 questions part 2. Man, the first one was pretty weird. It reminded me of my weird episode that was then taken and made a mockery. But I'm not going to make a mockery. I think Bob...
No one made a mockery of my first episode. You guys played fair and square.
No, exactly. I am not making a mockery. I just liked the idea. I felt bad that you only got to use one of your 10 ideas for each of us. And I was like,
Yeah, well, that was ambitious, wasn't it?
We'll just do a little bit more 20 questions. I feel like Mark deserves a chance to redeem himself. Bob has this idea and he's got to be like, even though I won, I feel like Bob's the reigning champ somehow.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's fine. Actually, this is great because I don't know how your brain is going to come up with stuff, but I know you got boat on the mind. So my first guess is boat.
My preemptive guess is yacht.
If is boat on your list, can I get points if boat's on your list?
I won't tell you right now, but sure, if boat's on my list, I'll give you a point.
All right, so I just got to somehow trick him to writing boat on his list sometime in the episode.
Yeah, it's such an interesting idea, Wade. I can't believe you came up with this all on your own.
Thank you. I was up all night last night racking my brain. I was like, when I inevitably dominate Mark in the first episode we record,
whoa, wait a minute.
I need a good topic idea. So what I'll do is take Bob's and call it part 2. And I was like, genius, farmer, genius.
I'm gonna get this compact brushless pruning chainsaw, and I'm gonna show you the dominance.
Which one of you would like to go first?
Me. Should I even bother writing down what my guesses are? Hold on, I'm not ready.
Is it the same game and everything?
Oh God, yes. Do you think I changed it at all?
No, okay. Just making sure we understand how it works and where we're.
You get a question and a guess, and the first 20 questions, the more points you have left if you guess it early, you get to keep.
Man, if I don't get this fairly efficiently, I'm gonna look like such a cock for how much I made fun of you guys.
I mean, I feel like the words are relatively even in concept, but some of them might be harder than others. After playing, it's so hard to know because I don't know where your guys' brains are going to go. So, Mark, was your first guess boat before you even ask a question?
No. Yes, sure. Boat. Is it a boat?
No.
Fuck.
Can you imagine though if it had?
All right. Okay. All right.
What's your question? Do I have to keep track of these, Bob, or do you guys keep track of them separately? You guys keep track of your own stuff, right?
You don't have to keep track of the questions. You just have to keep track of what numbers we're on and stuff.
Can I hold it in my hand?
Not easily, typically.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Wait, can I ask a question outside the game to begin with? The things you've thought of, it includes like people and stuff too, so it could be like a specific person or something, or is it non-people things?
Yeah, so similar to what you did, I don't have like vague concepts. These are all like real tangible people, items, things.
So it includes everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not going to be like item 264 on the periodic table that could theoretically be conceptualized. It's nothing like that. It's like these are real things or people or whatever.
My first question, is it a living being?
No.
My first guess is a furnace.
No.
Is it made up of multiple parts?
You're going to not like my answer again.
Come on. What do you mean?
It can be, it doesn't have to be.
What the fuck? What do you mean? What?
I think what he's saying is maybe.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, God.
Because if I say yes or no, you can think of an example of this that you can disagree with me on.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
You thought I was tough. Go, welcome to hell, Mark.
You'll love when you hear what it is.
What the answer to is it made up of multiple parts was it can be?
Yes, I would say, to make it a little bit more fair, I would say it can be, typically no more than 2. Though I guess it could be more than 2.
Ah, fuck. Oh.
Man, Mark, I feel like today this one's gonna go way better for you than the last time we played this game.
I can't wait. I can think of 2 more questions Mark can ask where I give an answer like that too.
Don't worry.
I thought I was gonna have a way worse time being on this position than being the host. I love it. I love this game. This is the best. I think I'm having even more fun this time.
All right. Is it the International Space Station?
No.
Oh, good guess.
With its modules and stuff. Or is it 1 or 20,000? I don't know.
Is it one space station or is it multiple modules? All right, mine. My second question: is it made of metal?
No.
My second guess is Wade's special chicken wing plate.
No, though I wish I had that, dude. That'd be cool. All right, Mark, please don't ask me a question that I have to give you a convoluted answer to.
All right, I got you. I got the most convoluted question. Is its purpose intended for the idea of improving things?
I would say yes.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if I'm leading you down the right path, but like...
I was literally trying, like, what's the most complex way I could ask a question? And then I get the simplest answer. All right, that's cool.
Well, they're supposed to be yes or no questions.
Well, I wasn't getting them, was I? Was I getting them? No.
All right, Bob? Or did you guess your item, Mark?
Oh, weights, like lifting weights.
No.
Okay.
Is this thing commonly found in a house?
I'd say yes.
Is it a toilet?
No. Bob's just like straightforward question, answer, and Mark. Now, would you say the components that this thing is made up of are?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Do I own one of these things?
I would say at least one.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
I would hope at least one.
You would hope? What does that mean?
Well, if you don't own at least one, then I guess you got problems. And so that means...
Is it a fire extinguisher?
It is not.
It is my thing regularly touched by the people who inhabit the house.
That's a complex answer.
I feel like it's not. It is either regularly touched or not regularly touched. Doesn't mean never touched, but either it's touched like multiple times a week or it's not.
Sometimes it's regularly touched.
I feel like that was a pretty solid yes/no question proposition, but okay.
And I gave you the best answer I could with what you asked.
Was it the stairs to the attic?
No. I'll be nice and just tell you it's not stairs.
Oh, okay.
Is it a tool?
Let me check something to answer that.
What do you need to check?
Oh no, Mark! I thought you had such a good question.
I was like, all right, okay.
I would say no, it is not.
What did he look up? Now I'm confused.
The answer is no. To your,
Okay,
to
all
your
right.
question,
Yeah,
it's no.
I get that. Okay, all right. So it's not a tool. It's not the space station. You hope I own one.
I also hope you own a space station if it makes you feel any better.
At least one.
Is it a toilet?
It is not.
I was kind of thinking it might be.
And this is your 5th question each. So this
Yes.
is your 5th question now, Bob.
Is it primarily made of wood?
No. That particular question and answer is a very tough one. I would almost tell you to throw that one out because it's kind of like, I feel like that one will mislead you.
Is it windows?
It is not.
Is it electronic?
No.
Oh, that was actually what I was thinking about asking.
You can ask it. I would never make fun of you for that.
In a very rare circumstance, it might be able to be, Mark.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off.
The answer is no.
Fuck you. What do you mean?
I'm not leaving any wiggle room for you to protest.
Why would you even say that? If it's like a rare case, why would you? Oh, wait, I get. Well, no, plastic fork isn't a rare case. I will at least admit that.
Yeah, but like a bone fork might have been a rare case, right?
It is possible that it was a bone utensil, but that's pretty, unless I eat a lot of caviar, that's pretty unlikely.
I will tell you, none of the items I have or things I have here or people I have here are meant to be that convoluted. I'm just thinking of extreme cases where you guys could be like, you said this and it got me off of that.
Well, so it should always be presumed that you mean primarily yes or primarily no.
Primarily no, Mark. So the answer to your question is primarily no, Mark.
Okay, primarily no. Is it a mirror?
No.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go with that. Is mine electronic?
No.
My guess is a food serving dish.
No.
Is it found in the kitchen?
Yes.
Ooh, a straight answer. Is it straight answer?
Well, actually,
All right, okay, all right. Wait, hold on. Whoa. Is it water?
No.
Ah, fuck! I was like, oh, not typically easily holding hands, made up of multiple parts. I see why that would have been disparate because it's like hard to get in one part. It's not the space station. Concept of improvement. I was like, I thought I was on you. Okay, all right.
Okay, let me word it to you this way, Mark, because I've given Bob some specifics. Let me give you one. You can almost always hold it for sure in 2 hands. Holding it in 1 hand might be a bit tougher.
Oh, okay, all right, okay.
is my item primarily found in the bathroom?
My inclination would be to say yes. I think that is a very common place to find it.
Is mine a drinking glass?
No.
Is it rigid?
Primarily yes.
What do you mean?
I would say the answer is yes.
This really, if this was water, like these questions you saying that would make so much sense because I'm like, oh, ice or some shit like that. I'm like, oh.
Well, I just want to make sure that I'm not like missing some part of the definition. So yes, I would say it's rigid.
Is it a sink?
No.
Is mine a container for something?
God damn it.
Is mine normally a container for something?
How is that hard?
That one doesn't seem like it should be that complicated.
What did he come up with?
Partially.
Partially?
I wouldn't think of it. So I would say no, I wouldn't think of it as a container.
Okay. Is mine the shower?
No.
Is it in other rooms besides the kitchen?
Likely.
You are averse to a yes or no answer. You are averse to it.
I would say usually yes. Like it's probably definitely in a kitchen, but it's likely in other places too.
Is it a trash can?
It is.
Oh!
Oh, no.
Oh!
That is correct.
Oh!
Oh, God.
Oh! Oh! That makes sense. That makes sense.
So like you see how like it can be multiple parts. It's like, well, some have lids, some have like mechanisms.
And intended for the concept of improvement. I see it now. And it's not, that's why you had to look up, is it a tool?
Because I was like, well, like.
And then some can be electric. You're so right. You're so right.
Because some are like built into like your cabinets.
And it's primarily rigid in that I guess
but there are like really flimsy, like it was really tricky to answer your questions because it's like, when I think of a trash can, I think of like a little plastic container with no lid, but like, sure, some of them are like built in. Like it was ended up being a tougher thing than I thought of when I originally wrote it down, but it was a trash can. You got it. And that was your 9th question. So I think that means you have 11 points, right?
Holy shit.
Well, that's a lot of pressure. Is mine also commonly found in the kitchen?
As likely as it is to be found in a bathroom.
Commonly has a pretty specific meaning in this question.
Those are 2 of the first places I would think to look for this.
Okay. Is it a sink?
It is not.
Bob, not that I want to give you a hint, but if you're on that train, you should ask if it's something I guessed.
I also guessed toilet.
Oh, that's true.
You know, I'll give you this. I don't think any of us guessed this in this or last episode.
There's a lot of guesses last episode, so I think that eliminates a good bit. We're good.
Partially a container is the thing that's really fucking me up here.
I would not think of it as a container.
Well, does or does it not contain other things?
Contains one thing.
Is this item used during some form of bodily ablution?
What is ablution?
Like any bodily function, like going to the bathroom, washing your hands, brushing your teeth, anything where you're doing stuff that's like cleaning or otherwise getting things into or out of your body.
I would say it is used to help your body.
Is it a soap dispenser?
It is not.
Is this item consumed when it is touched or otherwise used?
That's a good question.
Eventually.
That's a bad answer.
So yes.
So yes.
Yes.
Is it a bar of soap?
No. I feel like yours ended up being a lot harder than I thought it would be compared to Mark.
Did you ask if it was rigid?
No, that's probably a good question. That's kind of where I was going. Is it rigid? Generally rigid.
Not the important part.
Is it a box of tissues?
No.
Ah.
I feel like you're on the right track, if that helps. Tissues is probably the closest to being on the right track.
Does it get wet at any point during normal use?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't know if I would think of it as wet, but like, you know what, Mark, should I message you this to see how you feel about the
Sure, yeah. I can abstain. I'm not really guessing, so I'm fine with that, yeah.
Yeah, you're not. Let me just send you what it is and see how you feel about my answers.
Please send it to me accidentally.
Yeah, most of this, I think it's been fair and not misleading. There was one thing that I think might throw you.
He's your opponent. You're welcome to give him what you think's not right.
If you want to clarify one of the answers, that's fine with me.
Okay, so I think the idea of like just as likely in the kitchen and bathroom might throw you off from this. Now, I think that's like a personal preference thing.
Yeah, that's fair. I do think that there is a place you'll probably keep this, but for most people, it's usually kitchen and or bathroom.
Is it a sponge?
No.
No, because that would be wet, obviously.
Obviously.
Was that 13?
That was 13, yes.
Dude, it's tough whenever your brain doesn't come up with anything close to the item. Do you think of questions to help you get there?
Well, my problem is I have a lot of questions, but I don't think any of them are going to get me substantially closer in a helpful way. Is this meant to be eaten and or consumed like it's food or drink?
Probably not recommended.
I get what you're saying.
Not intended to be eaten.
Okay.
Not so easy, is it, Bob? Not so easy.
Is it mouthwash? I don't think that's what it is, but
It is not.
you were cagey about whether it gets wet, which is confusing.
Wet is not the term I would use to describe it, but technically, is there like a moisture involved? Probably.
I can understand that response. That is a bit difficult. If I had a gun to my head, I would say most likely yes. But that's not the main point. Here, Bob, ask me a question, and I'll give you a straight answer no matter what. I won't sabotage your chances or anything.
Yep, I believe you.
You ask me yes or no. That's the only thing I'll say. No qualifiers. I'll give you right the information you want.
Is this thing one distinct item?
Oh, man.
Okay, no, but so is it one thing completely, or is it like something inside of something attached to something? I feel like that's not that crazy.
He said he'd give you a yes or no answer that would definitely answer your question.
Yeah, so which side of the question was it?
Is this one item, or is it not? Is it some combination of like different materials in a container or some other combination of things?
It is not one singular thing. But wait, I get why these are kind of hard to answer.
Dude, it's a lot harder being on this side than I thought it would be. Because your guys' questions, like your garbage can questions of like, is it one item? It's like, could be.
Is it paper towels?
It is not. Tissues was closer than that, I'll tell you that.
Does it help the body, quote, in your words, by being used on the body itself?
Yes.
That's not what I thought you were going to say. Is this lotion?
No.
Ah.
That was the guess. That's as clear of a yes or no as you can come.
Hesitant no on lotion. It's so fucking confusing.
I kind of understand that, but it's like, it's a guess. This should be straight.
It's not lotion. You are so on the right track, though.
Is it applied to like an injury or a specific medical condition, or is it applied?
Yes. It's used for a specific reason, a specific condition you use it for.
Well, not injury, though.
Not an injury, but a specific condition you'd use it for. Or to prevent a condition, one of those two.
Sunscreen?
I was afraid you were going to go that way with it. No, it's not sunscreen. That's just a guess. It's not your question, so you still have your question.
This is my 18th question now.
Between tissues, Kleenex, and sunscreen, it's hard for me to tell you a closer guess without you just getting it. It's right there for the taking.
I'm honestly struggling to think of something that relates to all of those. Is this a kind of wipe?
No.
Is it aloe vera gel?
Right along the right concept still, but no, it's a simpler concept than that.
No, you could recommend eating that and that'd be fine.
Oh, that's true. It's just gross.
There's a clue that I could give, but I feel like it would almost immediately give it away.
It's up to you if you want to give it or not.
Mark, you sound very handsome today. I like your tub.
He's enjoying your suffering after he suffered so hard.
No, I'm not enjoying the suffering. I just am like, but I don't want you to,
You already have a pretty good lead, even if I got it right now.
All right, can I give this hint? It's gonna probably nail it.
That's fine.
You know, when you said, can you eat it? Some people have a problem with that.
Some people have a problem with that? Some people have a problem with eating this thing?
Probably. That wouldn't surprise me. Or at least licking it.
Is it a salt block?
No, we've left the realm of close, and now we are very far away.
I thought that clue was just gonna really. Oh man,
I can't think of anything that relates to like sunscreen, lotion, and tissues.
No, it's right there. It's right there.
If I had a one-word clue, it would probably be seasonal.
I feel like this is a thing I've just either have never heard of or don't use, is where I'm at right now.
I'd be shocked.
You've heard of this.
You've heard of it. You've probably seen it used more recently than you think.
Chapstick?
It is. And I put some on while you were doing this.
How the actual fuck is chapstick related to lotion or sunscreen? Those are liquids!
Well, I could see it being related to that.
Also, how is that not a container full of chapstick? You completely got me off of anything that was like lotion or deodorant or chapstick when you said it wasn't a plastic container filled with something.
Did he ask that question?
Yes! I asked if it was a container and his answer was, oh, not really. I don't think of it like that.
No, the primary part of it is not a container. The primary part of chapstick is the chapstick.
It is a container filled with a material.
I don't know. I went through it. Mark and I went through it. We did the best we could with that, man.
I didn't hear that question. I didn't hear that one.
Also, I get you on the wet one, but I'm going to go ahead and say the bodily ablution one was also a bad answer. You use that at any point in time, primarily in public, because usually it's when you're outside. You don't use that during a bodily ablution.
That depends. I use it when my lips are chapped. I don't use it as a preventative. I use it after my lips are chapped.
You don't keep it. Also, I'm just going to say, you probably don't keep it in the bathroom. Probably don't even specifically keep it in the kitchen as much as you keep it.
That's why I was saying that one.
You keep it wherever you keep your keys, which is for a lot of people, the entryway or the mud room.
I keep chapstick in our medicine cabinets. So like our medicine cabinet in the bathroom, I've got chapstick. In the kitchen, we've got chapstick.
Well, that's why I called that one out specifically. That's why I said.
I feel like the container one totally shut off the realm of a bottle of lotion.
It was a tough question to, like, you could see how it's a tough question to answer.
It's not. No, I don't actually. If you asked me if chapstick is a container, I would say yes. It has a container because it has a lid.
I think my answer was it's not primarily a container because the primary part of chapstick is the stuff you use.
No, you said that about something else. Specifically, I wrote down that you said, I don't think of it as a container.
I don't. I mean, it is a
It is specifically a plastic tube containing the chapstick.
It kind of is, yeah, I get that.
Or a thing of lip balm in a little container, which, by the way, could be made of metal, but that one's not that strong of an argument.
Okay, I wasn't thinking of the little handheld lip balm.
That was a fair item, but I do feel like a couple of those questions really fucked me.
They were tough to answer for my defense. They were tough to answer. And Mark was laughing at me until he tried to answer him too. So I want to say that was tougher to answer than you think.
Well, okay. The one I got, I don't remember. What did I get asked?
All right. You know what, Bob? I will be fair and I will adjust the points accordingly slightly to make it more fair.
No, that was my 20th guess. I deserve 0 points for my performance.
You guys want to try to do a quick one?
Yes.
Yes.
Also, I have heard of it. I've never in my life used chapstick except for one winter when my lips wouldn't stop bleeding. But I don't actually use chapstick. Like in 5 years, I haven't bought or used chapstick in my life.
Oh, dude, I use it. I've got it everywhere. I've got it in the bedroom. I've got it in the bathroom, the kitchen here. Like we keep chapstick everywhere. We travel with it. If you'd mentioned like traveling with it.
I feel like it's one of those things where if you can get away with not using it, even if your lips get pretty chapped, it's better than if you use it. Because the moment I've ever put chapstick on, I always just need more. Every half hour, my body is like, more.
Yeah, I think it depends on what brand you use.
But I actually don't use that. And I don't think Mandy uses it very much either. We have very moist lips in this house.
That's surprising. I use it all the time. I wouldn't say like every week, but like I relatively frequently have used it and use it. Like I even put some on like just to be cheeky during the episode.
He did do that. He was going, every time he would look away, he would go.
That was not intentional, actually. That was just me playing with my lips. I just put some on.
Oh, I could have sworn that was a clue because you were really just
no, I put it on as a clue, but I was not like.
I was getting a lot of that actually.
That was just me playing with my lips. All right, next one. We'll try to get through it quick. I'm sure this will go well. Mark, do you want to go first again? Or
yeah, give the hardest.
Give you the hardest one. Done.
And give me the easiest one.
I don't know if either of these are particularly difficult, but I guess it depends.
All right.
Mark, yeah, go ahead.
Did it exist 100 years ago?
Fuck you, dude.
What, did it or not?
I mean, that is potentially a tough one, I guess, depending on what it is, but...
Yes, it did.
But you had to look it up. I'm going to remember that one. Is it the locomotive?
No.
Not the locomotive.
All right, this is my default question. Is mine a living being?
No.
Is it the Eiffel Tower?
No.
Is it used? Like, do you use it?
Yes.
Is it a toilet?
No.
Is mine made of plastic? Primarily of plastic?
Primarily, I'd say no. Or typically, I'd say no. It definitely could be. It could be made entirely of plastic, but if I'm thinking of the typical version of this, the answer is no.
Is it a plate?
It is not.
Do I own one?
Hope so.
I think he means yes.
I don't know. I've not gotten to visit you in quite a while, so I'm not sure.
Interesting. Is it a refrigerator?
It is not.
Is mine electronic?
No.
A shovel?
No.
Is it a status symbol to have one?
No. If that ends up being the question that comes back and haunts me, because I don't think there's a chance in hell that it is, but if that somehow throws you off and it comes back to bite me in the ass, I'm gonna be pissed. But no.
No, I think that one's pretty cut and dry. Is it a roof?
No.
Is mine primarily used inside?
No.
Is mine a lawnmower?
No. That'd be very niche inside.
Yeah.
Could it kill me?
I think it could kill you.
Probably. Unlikely, but probably.
Unlikely, but probably. Interesting. I should have given you a specific scenario of it killing me. All right.
I'm sure it has killed someone.
And it'll kill again.
Is that the fifth question? Is this number 5?
Yeah, that was his 5th question. Should be.
Is it a hot tub? No, it's a status symbol.
It is not a hot tub.
Does mine use any complex machines, meaning like any sort of levers or anything?
No.
Is it an umbrella?
It is not.
Can I hold it in my hand?
Yes.
Oh, no. Yes.
Depends. There are versions of this that you can.
There are versions of this. Okay. All right. Okay.
Like a miniature container ship.
But you said yes, which means that's the predominant one, right? It predominantly can be held in my hand. The majority of these.
Not the whole thing.
Wait.
So can you hold it in your hand? Yes, but I would say for the most part, whenever I think of it, I would not think of just being in your hand.
Can I hold it with one hand? Would that help you specify the answer down?
Not predominantly, no.
Okay. All right. Okay. I see where you're going. Is it a wheelbarrow?
It is not. Bob, this is your 6th question.
Is mine intended to be touched or physically interacted with regularly?
I don't like the word regularly. Is it intended to be touched or physically interacted with? Yes. Intended and regularly, I feel like are words that'll throw you off no matter how I answer those. It's intended to be interacted with or touched.
Is it grass?
It is not. I feel like you've both had points here where you're like, it's like with the Mark's thing on the first episode where it was like, oh, you guys are so close. And then like your next follow-ups are kind of like veering further and it's like, huh. How did we get here?
No, shut up. He's trying to play mind games, Bob. Don't listen to him. We're on the right track. He wants to veer us away from it.
I do. I want a 2-hour episode. I want to be the first 2-hour episode. This will be mine.
Would you typically own more than one?
Not necessarily. One is probably sufficient, though I would say some people own more than one.
Is it a car?
No.
Is mine primarily made of metal?
Again, I would say it could be entirely metal, but typically I would say no. Whenever I picture this thing, metal is not the first material I would think of.
Is it a terracotta plant pot?
No.
Is it made up of multiple parts?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Yes. Is it a furnace?
It is not.
Same question for me, actually. Is it made of multiple parts?
I don't think so. I would say no.
Is it a window?
No.
Is it found in the kitchen?
That's not where I would expect to keep it. It definitely belongs there sometimes, but that's not where I would expect to keep it. I don't know how to answer that one. That's a tricky one. I wouldn't dwell on that question or answer too much, because that one I feel like might throw you off.
Okay, all right. I wouldn't dwell on that one. Wouldn't dwell on it. I'm not dwelling on it. Then is it a laundry machine?
It is not.
Can I pick mine up?
Yeah.
It's like a patio paver?
No. I don't know if you got this where it's like there's certain questions I wish you guys would ask that you haven't asked, where it's like, man, if they asked this, that would certainly help.
Is it something that runs out as you use it?
I feel like if I answer this in a specific way, it'll give it away.
Well, that's why I'm asking the questions, isn't it?
I know, but it's supposed to be like a yes or no.
Yeah, it is, huh?
If I answer that, yes, you can run out, but not like a battery.
Not like a battery. The fuck?
I hate that question, Mark. I want you to know I hate that question.
Well, it's not up to you to like the questions or not. It's you to answer them. What do you mean you hate the question?
I feel like the answer is yes with an asterisk. You can run out, at least temporarily, but not like a battery.
Is it a radon mitigation system?
It is not.
All right.
Is mine made of wood?
That is the predominant material I would think of whenever I picture this. Wood, then maybe metal, then plastic, in that order would be the order I would think of, but I would focus on the wood.
Is it like is it a swing set?
No.
Is there a specific room in the house that this thing belongs?
When you're not using it,
Is it a vacuum?
it is.
No way. I was just typing that though to Wade. Does that count for anything?
I don't know because I didn't get the message yet.
It says 341 on the timestamp.
I guess we got to play the game of trust here. Were you actually thinking that right before he answered it?
As he was saying it, I was on the A of my question, is it a vacuum? And I had the thought of like, oh, it's a vacuum.
I feel like if it's even remotely close, it was fully my turn and I got it out there.
You got it before he typed it to me, Mark. So, I mean, that is true.
Yes. Yes.
I really have no idea on mine.
I wasn't paying attention to yours, so I don't have any idea either.
His is primarily if you want to review it, Bob, you can.
It's not alive. It's could be made of plastic, but not normally. It's not electronic. It's not primarily used indoors. It does not use any complex machines. It's normal for it to be touched or physically interacted with. It can also be made out of metal, but is not normally. It is not made of multiple parts. I could pick it up, and it is usually primarily made of wood.
Interesting.
Does this thing get moved on any regular basis, or is it basically stationary?
I would say it definitely gets moved if you're using it.
If you're using it. The baseball bat?
It is.
No.
I was just about to say, I love that my comments reading our chat, it's fleshlight, nope, and is it a vacuum? It is a baseball bat. You got that on your 11th one. Wait, was that your 11th one too?
Yeah, I have that as my 11th, yeah.
So you guys both got it on your 11th question.
That was a good one. You almost got me. If I didn't get that guess, Bob, I feel like it would have stolen a lot from me.
Well, I don't think that's true.
If you had gotten vacuum before Mark said it and Mark didn't get it that round, I think you would have gotten a lot of points. But being as he had just said it before, it's like he still beat you to it and it was his.
I will point out, it could be a status symbol for some at some
That's why I said I kind of don't like
not,
it's like
not.
Maybe in 1901 when apparently the first vacuum was invented that I had to look up.
I don't know why I didn't think of this, because you had to look up 100 years ago, and I was like, ooh, interesting. I remembered that, and then I forgot about it down the road.
When you kept asking things like, is it in the kitchen? It's like, well, you want to use it in there probably.
It couldn't kill me.
I had to look up how many people have died by trying to suck their own dicks with a vacuum cleaner. That was fun. And yeah, the baseball bat, it's like for kids, the little plastic ones. My brother had a metal baseball bat that he used to swing, and like I remember getting hit with the ball after he swung the metal baseball bat, and that fucking sucked. But like if you think of the major leagues or college, it's like it's wood, right? Wood bats, what you would imagine.
They use metal in college, but yeah, they use wood in AAA and up, but they still use metal in college ball. But
okay, but typically you'd imagine a baseball bat is wood predominantly, right?
No, I think all of your answers were pretty fair. I don't know why you were so cagey about is it meant to be touched when it's used normally.
Was I cagey about that?
Yeah, you were like, oh, I don't like that question. That could be, I don't know. You were like cagey about it. Like, yeah, obviously it's meant to be touched regularly. I don't think that would have really affected it, but I do think that your answer to that one was weird, which I thought was weird.
I don't remember exactly how you worded it or what I was thinking at that time, but I try to think outside the box of like, if I'm gonna lead you down a line of thinking that maybe I shouldn't think of that. I should just answer the question. But like I'm like, do I answer that? Like, is it meant to be touched? It's like, well, if you want to use it, but like you don't really have to. It's kind of an entertainment thing. Like I expected some more questions about online of like, is it medicine? Is it food? Like you guys never asked if something was edible. Never asked if something was like medicine. If it was for entertainment.
I knew it wasn't. I knew.
You guys went straight into like the what is it made of rather than the what's it used for questions, which I found interesting.
I asked, did it exist 100 years ago? I felt like mine.
Yes, of course. That because that's the.
I should have asked, did it exist 200 years ago?
I asked if it uses complex machines. I feel like that was a good question.
Yeah, that was a good one because I was like, no, it's about as simple as you can get. It's just a piece of fucking wood.
And then I guessed umbrella. Like my guesses were not very good.
That's the thing. I learned that whenever you hosted, it's like as soon as you would say like, no, it's not that. I'd be like, what about this? That's clearly that thing you said. Can I wear it? No. What about a shoe?
Can I pick it up? It's a swing set. To be fair, we have a swing set in our yard that I could definitely pick up, but it's a terrible piece of shit that I'm a little bit afraid to let James use.
Your incredible strength plays no part here.
No, it's made entirely of 1x4s. It weighs like 150 pounds. It's awful. It feels like it's going to blow over in the wind.
Mark messaged me and guessed birdhouse, which is a pretty good guess too, for what the clues that you had at the time.
I had a thought during one of your early ones. I was like, ooh, it could be a vacuum. I should just gone for it. But then when you said you stored in a certain room, I should have just guessed. Why wouldn't I guess?
As complicated as chapstick ended up being, I was like, dude, I'm gonna go with vacuum cleaner and baseball bat, and I hope it doesn't get that complex.
It is shocking how difficult it is to narrow things down.
Well, then the handheld, Mark. You understand the handheld difficulty because it's like there's the little small handheld vacuum.
Yeah, totally. I get you. The running out thing was interesting, and I feel like that got me there weirdly. I don't know why, but I was like, because you could run out of bags, it could fill up. There was like a whole there was a couple different ways. I was like, oh
yeah. So that was also tricky to answer because it's like, can you run out? Yeah, you can run out of base, but then you just empty it.
I would have just said no.
You can't run out of vacuum. Yeah.
You don't. It doesn't run out. It fills up, but also you just empty it. It's not like you use it up and you buy another one.
Yeah, but if I'm thinking of a flashlight, can the flashlight run out of battery? But the same thing, you just replace the battery.
I would say the flashlight doesn't run out, but the batteries run out.
Yeah. I win, right?
I don't know. We'll see what the points say, Mark.
I just feel like I did pretty good.
As we know, Mark got 11 points from answering the first one on his 9th question. So that left 11 unused. That was 11. And then 9 points for guessing vacuum.
Uh-huh.
So that's 20 points so far.
Mm-hmm.
The points do you know about? Bob, you have 9 points for guessing on your 11th for baseball bat. I gave you a bonus 4 points because I felt bad about some of the answers for chapstick.
Oh, I feel like I should get 0, but that's fine.
Well, you made a fair argument that some of my answers might have misled you, and it's like, that wasn't my intent, but like, I can see how they might have. So I gave you 4 points for that, so that gets you to 13. So 20 to 13 right now. Mark, your bonus points, I have learning, teamwork, IKEA for yachts. Both of you I have excited about together. Don't know what that means, but so that's another 5, bringing you to 25 points. Bob, I have compliment points, car point, not tab, hot tub, maybe it's hot tub. I have tough answer, and then I have you did guess vacuum, though slightly after Mark, but I was doing the honor system, so trusting you. And that got you to
37?
21.
Oh,
Which is 4 shy, so Mark still came out on top. Mark is the winner.
Redemption! Redeemed! I'm not bad at this, and if the subreddit sides with me, that's 2 wins! If I get justified...
Another thing I took off the list in case we had to go to 3 rounds, I actually had tissues in the 3rd round as one of the items.
oh.
We never would have guessed it.
It was one of Mark's items.
I won already. I get points for that.
I'll give you 2 points. You still lose by 2. Good show, good fun. That was a fun game. It's harder to be on the question side than I think it feels like it should be.
Oh, I prefer to be the host in this one. I don't like playing that much.
It's tough. It's tough to be on the host side too with some of the questions you guys ask. It's like, fucking, can you hold it in one hand? Like, yes, but what is that the item I picture whenever I picture a vacuum? No, but like there are those.
You can hold pretty much any vacuum in one hand if you try hard enough.
If you're very strong, pick it up from the side, the right angle.
Anyway, Mark, do you have a winner speech?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Stay tuned for next episode because I have the greatest idea ever. And it's not going to be like the greatest episode of Distractible ever, which I think was, but now that episode is going to look like shit compared to the episode that I have in store. I was so excited. I was hoping that I would win one of these so I could get to it right now. It'll just have to wait until the next episode. I can't wait. You guys can't wait. It's going to be great. Oh boy.
Thank you. Tub Boy. Bob, what do you got?
I just want to say that after that, if Mark does another 20 questions episode next time, I will be disappointed, but unsurprised.
Is it bad that I'm hoping it is because I'd find that hilarious?
No. It's not that. I'll tell you straight up. No.
I'm still gonna hope it is no matter what you say, Mark.
I feel like my personal disuse of chapstick really screwed me over more than anything else, and I appreciate your fair judgment during this episode, and I look forward to Mark definitely having a lot of original ideas and a very cool episode when he hosts next. So that'll be good. And look, you remember when I had a really good episode and then I didn't win for like several months? You get to get right to it, Mark. You only had to wait one week or something.
I know, right? It's great to win.
It's just the best.
Well, that's that. Good not winner speech. Good winner speech. Thank you all for watching. If you aren't watching this on Spotify, you should, because we have some great visual gags, such as Wade puts on chapstick during an episode. Mark's in a tub. It gets crazy over here.
I might be in a tub next time we record. I'm excited for that.
And then everyone will find out that being in a tub increases your viewership, and everyone's going to be in a tub.
Probably. Are we allowed to show nip on this show?
Yeah.
Or do I have to wear a shirt in my tub? Because I'm not trying to, but there might be a little nip if I'm in a hot tub at some point.
Awesome.
We have merch, distractiblestore.com.
Yeah, but you should probably know that by now.
But that's it, distractiblestore.com. We have stuff there. You can get it. And if we don't have stuff, there'll be more new stuff soon. Stay tuned for the next one where Mark will host, probably 20 Questions Part 3. Stay tuned for that, and we'll see you then. Until next time, podcast out.